the loop, man of God, pass the loop, man of God, pass the loop, man of God, and the Bible, it is true.
When you understand that you are a friend of God and not a victim of man. I need you to catch that this morning, because wherever you may be in life, I need you to understand that your state does not change your status. You are chosen. I need you to get it. Just because your progress is not obvious does not mean that your faith is not working. I need you to understand this morning that you are chosen. The Bible teaches us that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And I need you to understand that there is a difference in thinking in the head and thinking in the heart. To think in the head means that somebody told you something and you heard it, or you read something and now you're containing that knowledge in your mind. But to think in your heart, hear me, means that now you have embraced that thing and you have embedded that thing into your DNA and into your belief system. And I need you to understand that the only thing that can threaten your status is your thinking. When you think of all the billions of people in the world, think about a football game or a basketball game or people walking on a beach or people walking down the street in Manhattan. Think about the millions of people and then think to yourself, he knows my name. You're not hearing what I'm saying. What I'm trying to get you to see is that he has intentionally developed a personal relationship with you. Somebody shout, I'm chosen. T.D. Jakes said something the other day, and it really was profound to me. It blessed me. Bishop Jakes said, your mind is so uncomfortable with not knowing that it will create false facts just to give it peace. If you don't know, God help me to preach it right. If you don't know that you have been chosen, your belief will be challenged. When you know that you've been chosen, it becomes clear to you why you had to go through something that nobody else in your family had to go through. When you understand that you have been chosen, you're going to get it in a minute. It will become clear to you why you had to endure some things that your neighbor did not have to endure. The old folks used to say it this way: you will understand it better. Oh, I wish I had some old school saints. It could be that you have been chosen by the creator of the cosmos, by the Almighty God, and you don't know it. When I was younger, I played a little bit of basketball in the middle school. I wasn't any good, but I had sense enough to hang around those who were. Okay, so in middle school, Mr. Coach Leonard Boyd, that was our middle school basketball coach. He was selecting the basketball team, and what he said to us, he called us all out and put us on the bleachers, Ms. Allen, and he said, when I call your name, that means you have made the team. So I want you to go outside and run a lap. Yeah, because when I call your name, that means you've made the team. Go outside and run a lap. And so I'm sitting there beside Jeff Palmer. God bless his soul. He was one of the best players in our school. And we're sitting there on the benches. And he did not call our name. Didn't call our name. And everybody else left. Coach Boyd said, thank y'all for trying out. I want y'all to try out next year if you didn't make it. We were sitting there perplexed because surely we were good enough to make the team. And once everybody left, we ran to Coach Boyd and we said, Coach, you didn't call our name. Coach Leonard Boyd looked at us and he said, Sam. He called everybody Sam. He said, Sam, go run your laps, Sam. In other words, just because I didn't call your name in front of people doesn't mean that I didn't already confirm with you privately that I chose you. Some of you, you're still sitting there and you're not moving because you're waiting on somebody to call your name. You're waiting on somebody to give you a position or give you a title. And God has said, don't you know that I've already called you? Don't you know that I already chose you? I have come this morning, just like Coach Leonard Boyd, to tell you it's time for you to run your lap. Tell your neighbor it's time to run your lap. It's time to run your lap. But I've come this morning to tell you, you ain't got to be fake up in here, because God chose you. God picked you with all of your flaws, with all of your blemishes, with all of your mess ups, with all of your bad habits, with all of your addictions, with all of your hang-ups, with all of your headaches, with all of your propensities. God picked you. Even with all of your secrets, God still picked you. Somebody shout, he picked me. Y'all got to excuse me, because I can't preach this without letting my mind run back to where I was when he picked me. And I can't put on no filters for nobody today. I can't help but shout and give him praise when I think about the condition that I was in. Is there anybody in here that can remember the condition you were in before he picked you? But when you plant something, you go back strategically to check on it, to make sure that it's watered, to make sure there's no weeds around it. Why? Because you believe that there was something in what you planted, and you're waiting on that thing that was in it to come up out of the ground. Y'all got to forgive me. I feel like preaching today. I've been laying before the Lord. And when you lay before the Lord, he starts speaking to you, and he starts showing you yourself. I'm going to get back to the text, but let me talk to you for a moment. Have you ever laid before the Lord and he starts showing you yourself? Have you ever laid before him and God is not going to hold anything back? He'll show you what you're doing good at, and he'll show you what you need to work on. It's all the perfect folks ain't got to say nothing right here. But for those of us that God has revealed to us that we got some stuff we need to work on, can you give your boy a hand clap of praise? It's okay to quit. Somebody's physically hurting you. But you cannot quit just because you feel unappreciated. You're pruning. God said, I'm pruning you. I am pruning you because there's more in you that I'm trying to get out of you. I chose you. I chose you. I picked you. I planted you, and now I'm pruning you. I picked you. I planted you, and now I'm pruning you. I picked you. I planted you, and now I'm pruning you. Somebody say that with me. He picked me. He planted me. He's pruning me.
Man of God, Pastor Luke, man of God, and the Bible.